indeed. GigaChat, Adam is here and Ender is here. Long day for you.
Long day. I guess after G2 loss, we're now first seed, so
yeah.
just gotta win tomorrow now, and should be Gucci.
Pays off for you.
That pays, yeah.
But of course you were watching the game as well. So what did you think?
Just match of the game week, I would say. Some backdoor attempt. Oscarinin smurfing. As I said, like earlier, I think Oscarinin can be a really strong player, and he showed up today. So I'm really happy for him as well.
Yeah, he did so well.
Yeah, I think he played a fantastic game. I also think like early on, the first couple of kills with Razork getting involved around mid lane, that 2 versus 2 was absolutely popping. I don't know, like Oscar was able to like farm a lot of these kills in the team fights as well. But at the same time, Fnatic tried so hard to lose the game at the end. It was driving me insane because like they had crushed the game. It was not close, right? They were cruising through G2.
It was unlosable at some point.
And then they just kept trying to run for Nexus when they're just gonna win a team fight, and I'm just like clawing my eyes out, hoping they can.
I wonder if we're still gonna see it, because especially the last one where Oscarin he's alone and he wants to like, do you know that feeling? And did you want to like shout at him like, dude, come on, just.
Like maybe top laner feeling the moment you can be a hero for everyone. You try to backdoor trying to 1v5. Like this is like the perfect moment for a top laner. So I really understand him, Oscarin, and I really respect you a lot for this play. Even though you almost solo, he almost solo lost that, but it still worked out in the end. But a lot of respect.
Yeah, the thing is too, I think here they could have just ended. Reckless went to like full kill the inhibitor in bot lane when he could have run and hit Nexus Tower when there was still like 30 seconds.
It's team building. Everyone wanted to almost solo lose the game.
Look at this. And the best part is you have all these like cringe solo laners sprinting for the Nexus, trying to finish off. Every single one fails. Who ends up saving the game and getting the win? It's the Rakan backdoor. Like, come on.
And with that, it is settled. Supports are the best.
Clearly, the last hit is the one that carried the game, right?
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
all that really matters. It wasn't Razork. Nope. Didn't do it.
Honor at VN.
It's not Reckless.
Oh, is it at VN actually?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah,
Look at him. Whoop.
Whoop. Aww.
Oh, la, la.
Magic.
Beautiful. Listen, we said this is the match of the week. You guys said, F that. That's stupid. That's going to be dumb. I can't hear them now.
No one's talking. No one's talking.
No one's talking.
It was a close game for a while though, because I think G2 were able to like really play around the Drakes early on. Yike had that steal where he just like casually hopped over the wall and was able to take it away, which kept G2 I think kind of always in the game and made me especially nervous towards the end when Fnatic were sort of running to their death a couple of times because they were up to 3 Drakes. But at the end of the day, I think they had fantastic scaling options on Fnatic's side. The mid jungle looked really good early on, and Oscar once again showing up.
Crazy. And Adam, they're now locked into top 8, and we clearly see that they look like a different team. How much further do you think they can go if they, of course, keep this up? Well, and kill the Nexus.
Well, hopefully we can choose them. I would like to face them. I don't think they will go further if they face us, to be honest. I will try to make sure of that. But they're looking really strong right now. They have good momentum. They're on really good dynamics, I would say. So I'm actually looking forward for their evolution even more.
So right now, the teams that are like likely to make it behind them would be like Mad Lions, Heretics, Excel. If let's just say Mad Lions are the team to make it through, would you choose Fnatic over Mad Lions?
I guess I need to see between my teammates, but...
You personally, though?
Personally, I would choose Fnatic.
Okay.
Nothing personal, obviously.
Nothing personal. Nothing personal, kid.
Just pure strategic, you know. But I think that Mad Lions should be a stronger team than Fnatic overall if they really want to put the effort. So that's why I would choose, more Fnatic.
Would be the question, of course, who's going to make it through. And luckily, we have an awesome tool to show us that, and QuickShot's going to explain it.
He knows?
He knows.
We seriously need to give this thing a better name. I don't think we need to keep calling it the tool. I don't know what it is, like scenario setups. I don't know, something like
the scenario Tron 3000.
I'm gonna do a basic one. I'm gonna do a very simple one just to keep things clean and easy to understand. If you look at the tool, and because I have Adam here, I want to talk about Team BDS. And this is obvious when you look at the standings, but Team BDS win their game tomorrow against XL. They guarantee first place going into the group stage. They guarantee the option to select their opponents because of the fact they're sitting at 6-3. What I do want to talk about, however, is if I highlight XL and Heretics, the two teams that are currently on the position where they could be dropping out. 3-6, that definitely needs to be reset. Yeah, let's fix that one and let's fix that one.
You gave
That's
XL
my
a win,
fault.
Trevor.
I did indeed. What I want to do is I'm going to focus on Team XL and Heretics. Both of these teams are 2-6, right? It's fairly simple that if Mad Lions end up winning the game tomorrow against G2, Mad Lions will advance, both of these teams will be eliminated. However, in the event that Mad Lions do not win, if either Heretics or XL win a game, there will be tiebreaker scenarios in which they will need to fight for their 8th and final seed. I do just want to read the rules to you really quickly, that in the event that there is a tiebreaker scenario for that 8th and final spot, meaning making it to the group stage, a tiebreaker game will play regardless of the rules. And if we end up being in a 3-5 situation for two teams, Mad Lions Heretics or Mad Lions XL, it'll just be one game. If all three teams end up picking up wins, meaning we'll have a bracket, there'll be two teams facing off against one another to then face off against the higher seeded. So potential of 2 bonus games at the end of tomorrow.
Maximum. That's
Maximum
okay.
2.
That's
what
not
we're
too
looking at
bad.
right now. Shoot.
I have a question.
Shoot.
Could we instead play rock, paper, scissors as the tiebreaker?
In the event Mad Lions are there, I'll hire Johannes and I'm sure we can set that one
I
up if
don't
you guys
know.
choose for that
Probably
one.
not.
I will play around with a few more of these other options throughout the course of the day and we'll come in tomorrow to talk about other pools, 2 and 3, how that shapes up. But for now, it's just looking at Team BDS. Win, you take first. Mad, Heretics XL, who's going to take that final spot?
Easy. Thank you. Cool. So what do we think?
Just win, forehead.
Scenario setter 3000 aside. What do we think?
It's the scenario Tron 3000.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think,
Common
Adam?
mistake.
So we got Mad, Heretics, XL.
I also think that
Fnatic.
if we win tomorrow,
Oh, sorry,
it
no,
makes Mad also in a better spot, if I would say, since XL loses. So I'll make sure I will win tomorrow for my boy Niski. I will make sure he gets to playoff. I can maybe carry a bit his career right now. I can give him this gift.
Oh, beautiful, I guess. Oh, no, it's not beautiful, which you would knock him out. Or, wait, how did it work?
No, that would be a gift. Not
yeah,
for
they were
XL.
good. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
beautiful for XL fans, beautiful
Okay,
for
I saw
Mad
Jankos
Lions
also
fans.
tweeting something about like people drafting and was like, stop, that's like match fixing. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not
Be
good.
careful on that. Yeah, no, I
Careful.
think I'm pretty confident in Mad Lions making it through.
You are?
Yeah, even especially in the event of like a tiebreaker,
The clutch factor?
I would definitely put it on them.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like from the teams that are still in the running, Team Heretics just feels like the one that it's just such an uphill battle for them. Why do you think Team Heretics has like not been able to do at least as well as they did in spring, in winter? Sorry.
Probably Team Heretics, how the roster is made, they don't seem to have strong individuality maybe in each role. Jankos is doing super well, but at the same time, if you take a look at Evi, Ruby, Jack Spectra, they're not finding like a dominant spot in the game in most of their games. So it's kind of hard for them to manage to snowball somehow the game, and they're just I don't know, they're just unlucky right now.
Yeah.
I think they've struggled, especially like in their like shot calling in the mid to late game. Their team fights as well has been a big problem for them. I do think that I've seen like some good games from Mursa, and I think he maybe gets slept on a little bit, especially like on the Recon. I thought last week he had a lot of really good engages playing in the Fog of War, what he was able to do. But I just think overall this team is just weaker when it comes to 5v5ing than the majority of our teams in the league, and it's caused a lot of their early game leads to slip away.
And unfortunately, they haven't been able to rack enough wins to already be locked in. A final topic I want to talk to you about before I let you go, Adam, is the top lane in general. It's been kind of a big talking point for a long time, but specifically, I think Odewamne brought it up in the beginning of the year of like, we run into the problem as European teams that once we get to international tournaments, our top laners aren't as versed in the carry matchups or as able to be as versatile and definitely not as oppressive in those champion picks as the other regions of the world, specifically LCK and LPL. How do you think the state of all of that is right now?
I mean, if you take a look at, for example, LCK, LPL top laners, so Asian top laner mostly, they're really good at playing range champs, especially in the top lane. Those Jace, those Kennen finding insane flanks, those Gangplank as well. It's those specific 3 picks that in Europe players don't really manage to play them well, because you need also to be individually like really strong to play this champ, but at the same time you need to have the team ready to play around it. So these are definitely not really easy champ to execute. So I don't blame like you top laners to not be able to play them, because I even have a hard time playing them. And this is probably the main evolution that EU top players will need to go through at some point to be able to match them, especially if the meta will be oriented like more top side and the range champs, because right now it's more like tanky, so you don't find so much range, but yeah, we need to go through.
Because that's always a tricky one, because then often we go into a tournament like that, and oh, the meta is like this or like this, but then still in the crucial games, there's like a Fiora, and then we just get absolutely bopped, and it's over. Because despite the meta, because they just know that they're going to be stronger.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating.
If you don't get challenged by something like that for an entire year, and it comes out against you in a big matchup, that's going to be really, really tough. Which is why, like, for example, I really liked that Chasey was willing to lock in the Kennen today. That was like really cool to see him busting that one out. But I'm actually really curious on your perspective, like, who out of all the players do you find like most challenged by, like, in lane? Because I know like Photon is a player that I think a lot of people were hyping up last split, still looks quite strong. Chasey started really stepping up towards the BO3s and BO5s, but I'm curious your perspective, because you're always playing these, you know, insane lane dominant champions, and you're usually giving people a tough time.
I would say Photon and Chasey might be the ones who are like leaving me a bit of risk. I mean, how to say, of difficulties in lane, especially when they play those range champions. If they play melee, I wouldn't mind, because I mean right now I think in terms of melee champ, I'm like pretty confident against anyone. But regarding range champs, I think only Chasey and Photon play them well. So these are the two guys that I will need to check a bit to evolve myself, because I want to be able to play. You know, at some point, I wanna be able, to match, you know, those Asian top laners.
Of course. In a way, maybe it will be good that two teams go to MSI, because then maybe two top laners get curb
More
stomped.
experience. It literally, it can only be a good thing.
And then they bring back the experience. Of course, we're not underselling them. You know, we haven't seen it yet, so.
Look, I'm just saying, LPL LCK top laner, they've not seen the Adam Olaf, so
exactly.
It's over for them.
At the same time, that's true, because like those Asian top laners, there's like really traditional picks. You know, even though they play a lot of Fiora, they play a lot of Jace Kennen, for them it's like giga traditional. But they're not used to those pocket picks, giga volatile, like Olaf, Darius, Seth, you know, like they don't expect this because it's too much non-traditional. And you know, when I was playing outwards against Fnatic, this is, you know, where I could find their weak spot. This is the moment where you can change them on your own one tricks, and it can surprise them.
Yeah, I like it in a similar way to like you're playing, or, you know, we'd have top laners rock up the Scion and the Fiora gets locked in against them because you never see it. They never see your picks. I love that.
Exactly. So, shh. Don't tell them.
Don't show them this, guys.
So let's check out the schedule for tomorrow, which is the last day of the regular season. As Trevor laid out already. We could have a possibility of one or two tiebreakers if that is the bracket situation. But XL and Team Heretics, very easy. Well, very difficult, but in terms of the stakes, they need to win their games to stay in the race. BDS versus XL. As we talked about already, and then Heretics, who have like last chance Saloon, but they have to go up against SK and then probably take a tiebreaker. It's a bit wild.
Yeah, I think like both XL and Heretics are like, okay, sweet. Mad Lion's playing against G2. That's like hoping that they can lose that matchup and give themselves a shot. At the same time, it's like kind of interesting because the tiebreaker would be played last, right? So
I mean, yeah, not first, no.
Yeah, but like for example, like XL are playing in game one. So there's a world where they play in that. They have to wait 3 games until they even know whether or not Mad Lions lose to G2, and then they're playing them 5 games later.
That's wild.
Crazy. That's tough.
That is really harsh, actually. So, but I'm sure their coaching staffs will have everything prepared. Perhaps a little nap.
Nap time. I like that.
Maybe.
Nap time. Maybe like a massage.
Maybe.
You know, spa day.
Maybe. Where's my phone? I need to take a selfie, which I will do. Yay, the PGL selfie. We never almost get to have like BDS on PGL because you always play earlier in the day. So this is awesome. So now I can take the selfie. Whoop. Lovely. Thank you so much, Adam, for joining us.
Holy.
I'm cheating super hard.
I'm also kind of cheating too. It's actually really messed up.
Mega cheating.
I'll sit down.
Anyways, we'll be back tomorrow for the last day of the regular season. See you then. Love you.
Okay. They're about to people to kill him first. Just one shot. He has no zone. We can also trap them with rotation.
Okay.
Look, they're coming here. Trap Pahile.
I don't know, I just wanna go there.
Okay, look sound.
Sign.
You guys can kill him as well.
Yeah, we can. He's dead. Good job.
Chase can
Overconfident. Patrick can just walk up. Look to finish. Shock blast. Oh, that's massive. And now they're going to try to get the snare instantly. Abadaga goes in. Astralis baited in by their own jungler.
Just play with Zeri,
I'm flick with you, Krania. I still have my ulti, okay? I still have ulti.
Kill him,
Yes.
we can kill him.
Working no package.
Oh, nice. Look okay.
We're in chase. Look on them.
Peel back.
I will go.
Yeah, go.
Varus, has flash. No flash.
Baron, it's Baron after, okay? Oh, look by.
Baron. You just well played, guys. Adam, you're so good at the
Focus, please.
Now flashing out to safety. Patrick flash forward, looking to get this kill, looking to trade back a little bit of healing coming in from Finn. That's just the grass proc. Turning back with the stun. Finn! He's styling on him! Patrick doesn't have the damage! He can't finish the kill! Oh, Finn!
Asher is available. He's in the base. He's going to be fine. I mean, that was so predictable here. What target does it land on? To nuke underneath the tower. Punch him in the face, Malrang, and shoot him in the back. Lawson to pick up the second kill.
The flash on Doss indeed. Hook now going to go in. Instant Phantom Undertow for the fall. Wild Boat should not be enough here. Niski going to come over the wall with the claw. It's hidden into the wall. They can't see it coming, but they don't have the tools to respond even if they did. That's the snare now going in. Elyo with the follow up on the kick. Doss, clean sidestep, but it will not stop the reset. Hillisang finding that extra money. Herald plays down surface once they're
He's got himself one. Ruby's going low. The Mimic is going to be a target as He's trying to hold off Upset. They take down Perks. The rest of the team have to move away. Upset gets over the wall, gets another.
and yet they still lost to Blade Perks on the tower now.
He's got the turret aggro as well. Ruby's going to continue the chase forward. Perks to 300, 400 HP. He's managed to hijack away the Mimic. Ruby gets a solo kill onto Perks.
I want to go.
Go. I put him off.
Oh, the blank is bot.
Yeah, it's fine.
We win.
Kill,
Yeah, no flash. Go. This, no flash.